Hey girl, hey, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I installed my own medium-sized boho braids. Now for these braids, I ended up buying 2 bundles of Y-Wigs boho braiding hair. I have a coupon code that'll give you guys 10% off any bundles that are purchased on the site. Just use the code Crystal Nicole for 10% off. I also have it linked in the description below. So let's get into the materials that I use. As I stated before, I ended up buying 2 bundles of the Wet and Wavy boho bundles. This hair was so soft, there was absolutely no tangles and there was no foul smell. I also bought this 10-pack of Expressions pre-stretched braiding hair, and I got this from my local beauty supply. So even though this bulk package of braiding hair has about 10 bundles in it, I only ended up using about 5. I also ended up using this hair braiding rack so that I can lay the pieces of hair on it before I actually add it to the braid. I'll link that in the description below as well. So for heat protectant, I use Garnier Fructis. That's the heat protectant that I usually use every time I add heat to my hair. I also use this Revlon blow dryer brush to stretch out my hair and get it ready for braiding. And for moisturizer, I use the Olive Oil ORS Oil Moisturizing Hair Lotion. I love this hair moisturizer. I've been using it for about 10 years and it is my go-to when it comes to hair moisturizer. Yes, we still use Blue Magic in this house. I ended up putting that on my edges and on some of my braids. I don't use the Blue Magic while I'm actually braiding because it tends to make my hair harder to grip. So I added that to my edges and my parts after I was done braiding. So before I braid my hair each time, I always try to stretch it out. It just makes the process easier when my hair is stretched. And every time I'm about to apply heat to my hair, I always use heat protectant. I usually finger part when I part in the back of my head for braids, and that is because, for one, it is too time consuming to try to part the back of your head with a comb, and for two, no one is going to see the parts in the back of your head, so I usually don't stress too much about those. When braiding my hair in the front, those are the braids that I usually pay a little bit more attention when parting because those are the parts that are going to show the most. So this is the amount of hair that I'm using for each braid. Usually when people do boho braids, they do a knotless braid. I don't know how to do knotless braids, so that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just doing regular old box braids because those are the braids that I know how to do. And if you make your box braids small enough, you can hardly see the knot. I've tried to do knotless braids before and I always struggle. So that's why when I do this style, I just always use regular box braids and I just make my braids small enough so that the knot is less noticeable. So once I braid about 1/4 of the braid, that's when I grab the human hair. So this human hair from Y-Wigs has no weft on it. I remember the last time I did this style, I actually had to cut the weft off the hair because I could not find hair like this. Most of the hair is curly and there is no weft to cut off, so it is so easy to add it in your braids. So what I'm doing here is I am grabbing the top of the human hair. I'm linking it around the hair just like I would do any other piece of hair. And then I'm letting the majority of the hair stay out. As you can see, I'm holding it in my mouth to keep it out of the way so it can flow and give the boho style of the braid. So in these braids, I added about 3 or 4 pieces of human hair. So I would braid a little bit, add a piece of human hair, braid a little bit more, add a piece of human hair, and so on and so forth. So this is how the braid should look once you add in the human hair. And keep in mind, I am not a professional at all. I just do my hair and my kids' hair because we can't afford to go to the shop all the time. So my braids are not going to be perfect, but stay with me. It all comes together at the end. So at this point I had finished the whole back of my head and I only had this front section left to do. And looking at the back, even though I did not make the parts perfect, you can't really tell and it doesn't really ruin the look. At this point, I was getting tired and hungry, so I was really trying to hurry up. So this is how it looked when I finished all the braids. I thought it was very full and I'm really not used to this much hair, but I still hadn't dipped it yet, so this is not the final look. So this is how it looked after I dipped it in hot water, and yes, baby, it is looking so good. I am so happy with this final look. It looks exactly how I expected it to look. I love it so much. And this hair, y'all, I'm telling you, this is the best boho hair I've had. I've done this style a few times, and this right here is the best hair. It really gives like a Spanish wave curl once it's wet, and it looks so good, and I'm so in love with this style. So if you're looking to get a discount with your next purchase from Y Wigs, use the code Crystal Nicole for 10% off. I will also have the exact hair that I used linked in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.